A little something about Raymond. He's an investor in stocks and rentals. He wants no money from you, no bait and switch, nothing. Here's what he's going to do. He's going to log into his personal account, share real estate property documents, and give you suggestions on what to read.
All right, guys, good morning. Today is September 1st, 2020, and I want to give you guys a tip. This is not a stock tip. I don't do those. This is strictly a tip to help you decide when you want to buy or maybe sell a stock. So what you guys are seeing right now is a mirror image of my phone. And these are the websites and apps that I use throughout the day to read about articles in regards to companies and economy news and things like that to determine what I might want to invest in. And right now it is 9:22 on Tuesday, and the market is not open. It opens in about 8 minutes at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I just want to give you guys this tip. And I recommend that if you don't want to have all these apps or none of the apps on your phone, I recommend Yahoo Finance. But there could be better apps than that. But let me show you the feature of Yahoo Finance that I like. So let's tap on Yahoo Finance, open that up, and you see at the top it tells you what's going on with the market. You have S&P, Dow, NASDAQ. You can scroll over and see some other ones. But what I want to show you guys are the stocks that you can put in your watch list. So currently I have 67 stocks in my watch list. And these 67 stocks are in my investment portfolio. And I just want to go and talk about Zoom. And again, the market is not open yet. Where's Zoom? Okay, here we go. All right, so with Zoom, you're going to see this number right here. It's changing as I'm speaking. This is pre-market percentage that Zoom is shooting up. So right now, the price for Zoom, the last closing price was $325.10. What this is telling you right now, that before the market is open for normal times, which is 9:30, people are already trading and buying and selling Zoom. That's why you see this number moving. And this is kind of, sort of, and I say kind of, sort of, because it's not always true, an indicator that once the market opens at 9:30, that Zoom is going to probably shoot up. If you look at some of the other stocks that I own, like Ruger, the closing price was $70.86, and pre-market is saying that it's fallen 0.55%. So again, sort of, kind of, is kind of telling me that when the market opens up, I'll probably be negative with Ruger. And it could go down or up throughout the day. You just have to wait and be patient. But what I want to really show you, and this is the real tip, so we haven't gotten to the tip yet. I just wanted to give you some background of the numbers you see on the screen. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll up. So again, this is Zoom stock. It's actually telling you the pre-market value. So that 34.42% is equivalent to over $112. And you see the pre-market value is saying it's going to be $437. And why is it shooting up like that? Well, if you scroll down, you see this says earnings right here. So yesterday, Zoom had its earnings report, and all companies, well, most companies or majority of the companies, they do this every quarter and they pick the date that they do it. And they had a huge profit, cash flow. Almost everything you can talk about in terms of finance was great. So when people heard that, they said, "Oh man, I want to buy more Zoom." So that's why the price is shooting up like crazy. So each stock that you could own, they all have earnings reports. And the key and the tip is pay attention to this. So for every stock that you own, you might want to pay attention to the earnings to know when the earnings call slash report would happen. So it's going to give you a date. And if you believe in that company, you might want to buy the stock before this date. So everyone who bought the stock before the 31st, when the 31st hit, they had this conference call. They started saying, "Oh, we're the best company in the world. We're making all the money." And the stock flew up. And people are making a lot of money very quickly. I am a long-term investor, so I don't do short-term investing for a living. But even as a long-term investor, um, I didn't do it, but I could have went in and said, "You know what? I think Zoom is going to be all that on the 31st. Let me buy a couple of extra shares of Zoom, see what happens on the 31st, and then I'll make even more money." Sometimes on the earnings call, it could be negative. So because of the call, people start selling the stock. So you can get a drop in the price. So again, that's a date that you always want to keep in mind. So if that date is coming up, you might actually think the opposite of buy, which is sell. And you say, "You know what? I think this company is going to announce some bad news on their earnings call. I want to sell everything with some of my shares." So that's the tip. It's not a stock tip, but it's a tip for all stocks. How about that? So let's go back, and I'm going to just pick another one. So let's do Whirlpool. And let's scroll. What's going on? This isn't. Oh, here we go. All right. So Whirlpool. Let's take a look. Earnings. So on October 21st, Whirlpool will have their earnings report slash call. So, for example, using the logic I just gave you guys, if you think Whirlpool is going to have a bomb call, meaning, "Oh, wow, we're making a lot of profit, everybody's buying our product," before the 21st, you might want to buy some of their stock. On the 21st, you're hoping for a lot of good news, and then people rush in to buy even more stock, and the price goes up. The opposite can happen. If you think the company is not doing well, maybe you want to sell some stocks. On October 21st, they have their conference call, and they announce, "Hey, nobody's buying our products. We think the economy is going this way." They're going to say all this stuff, and then maybe the price will drop. So again, within this app, which is Yahoo Finance app, all my stocks, if I click on them one by one, it will show you that each has a earnings call, and you can find out the date and you can start making some decisions. All right. That's it. I hope you guys like this tip, and I hope you guys use it, because I definitely use it. It will help you out. All right, everybody. StocksandRentals.com. Appreciate it. Peace.